Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please go at your own pace, rest whenever you need to, and feel free to skip things or change things if they're not working for you today. Let's begin on our backs. You can come into a Shavasana type position. Go ahead and spread out and either close your eyes or take a soft gaze up towards the ceiling. Slow down your breath. Feel where you are, right here, right now. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you throughout your practice. Let's begin by sliding arms overhead, stretching out long through your fingers and your toes. Then interlace your fingers, press out through your palms, flex your feet, reaching through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then release and bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in. And then straighten the right leg up towards the ceiling, holding somewhere behind your leg. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times both directions. And then bend your knee back in, open your knee out to the right, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of the left leg. Let's release, bend your knee, and bring it all the way across for spinal twist. You can open out through the right arm, let your knee and shoulder reach away from one another. And then staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal. And roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Take a little circle or rock with your knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. And then grab hold of just the left knee. Drop the right leg long, squeeze your left knee in close. Straighten your left leg up. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times both directions. Nice big circles. And then bend your knee back in, open your knee out to the left, and straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of your right leg. Last breath here. Release, bend your knee, bring it across, spinal twist, first with a bent knee. And then try straightening the left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal. Fingers and toes reaching away from one another. And then roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in, little circle or rock. Drop your feet to the floor and we'll get set up for a little bit of core work. Draw the belly in, pressing the lower back down. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Exhale, lift head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Let's take 2 more. Last one. And release down. Now bring your right knee in and your left elbow across. Stretch the right leg really long. Bring it in. Reach it long. Knee in. Reach long. One more in. Stretch long. Switch sides. Left knee in, right elbow across, and then reach it out. Knee in. Reach long. Knee in. Reach long. Knee in. Reach long. One more. And then release. Stretch long again. Bring your knees in. And then roll your way up to sitting. Let's come into a comfortable cross-legged position. Sitting tall, reach the right arm up, bend it straight back on itself. Grab your elbow, take it back. And within each pose, you're welcome to move around. You don't have to, but feel free to explore. What is it like to be here in your body in this shape? Let's release, right arm up. Open it out, take it across, hook with the other arm, hug it in nice and close. Draw back through your shoulders, your square across your chest, nice tall spine. And then release, arm out, rotate your thumb to point down, wrap it around behind your back. Interlace fingers at your waist, pull your knuckles around towards the front, and then elbows go towards one another. From here, circle your right shoulder. Keeping fingers interlaced, reach both arms back, open up the chest, and you can stay upright or fold forward. And that may be just dropping your head or coming part way or all the way to the floor. And release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. And then roll your way back up. Let's recross the leg so the other leg is in front or on top. Take the left arm up, bend it straight back on itself, grab your elbow, take it back. As you do this, drop the ribs, draw the belly in, and you might feel around. What are you noticing here? And then left arm up, open it out, take it across. Hook with the other arm, hug it in close, looking for a stretch on the upper outer arm. And then release, left arm out, rotate your thumb to point down, wrap it around, interlace fingers, this time the other thumb on top, knuckles towards the front, elbows towards one another, and then circle your left shoulder. Keeping fingers interlaced, reach both arms back, open up the chest, and then fold any amount. release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. Roll your way back up. Let's bring feet to the floor and come into a squat, malasana. So you can take your feet hip width apart or wider. You can have toes turned out as much as you need. And if it's difficult to get your heels to the floor, it's fine to balance on the toes if that feels okay for you. But if it's not feeling great, you might instead sit on a block or slide a blanket under your heels. So finding how this works for you, we're going to open up the knees using the elbows. And as best you can, roll your shoulders back and down so the chest is nice and open. From here, let's work our root lock, Mula Bandha, same as a Kegel exercise. So as you exhale, draw the pelvic floor muscles in and up. As you inhale, release that. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. And then engage and keep holding, keep breathing, drawing in strongly through the bottom, connecting that up to the top, feeling the full length of your spine. And then let's release. Come to a forward fold. You can turn your feet back to parallel, hip width apart. Let the upper body release. You might just let your arms hang. You could link your elbows, but you could also use support through your arms, resting elbows on thighs or hands on ankles. Find a position where you can let the weight of your head really drop. And then bend your knees and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. Let's separate the legs and turn the toes out, coming into a horse stance. So you want to open your knees as wide as they'll go, and then have the toes pointing the same direction as the knees. Hips low, pelvis neutral, abdominals engaged to support you. You can bring hands together. See if you can relax your jaw, relax your neck and shoulders as intensity may be building in the thighs. Strong core, soft face, deep breaths. Last breath here. Release. Let's come to standing. Turn the feet to parallel now. So toes point straight ahead. Outer edges of the feet are parallel. Lift the chest, little upper back arch. And then fold. Wide-legged forward fold. If your hands don't easily reach the floor, feel free to use a block or some kind of prop underneath them. See if you can find a position where you are able to let your head release. And you can bend your knees a little or a lot. If you want to take the feet closer or further apart, you can. Keeping legs more or less how they are now, walk both hands over to the right, and you might take hold of the right foot or ankle or just go in that direction. And feel free to explore. So each shape is like a whole new world. What's it like to be in your body in this shape? Is there some movement or adjustment you want to make so it's more interesting for you? Walk your hands around through center and over to the other side. You might take hold of your foot or ankle or just go in that direction. feeling what's being stirred up here? What do you notice? Walk your hands around through center and all the way over to the right. This time turn to face that side of your mat. You can lift the back heel, coming to a lunge, and let's set up for a twist here. You can either keep the left hand on the floor and lift the right arm up, or bring your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. In either case, if you'd rather do a low lunge, you could drop the back knee. One more breath here. Release, walk your hands around through center and all the way over to the other side. High lunge, left side facing the other way. Set up for a similar twist. So arms could be extended or right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Low lunge or high lunge. Last breath here. Let's release. Walk your hands back around through center. And again, hang. Let the upper body release. Take any arm position you like. Any movement you like. And then toe heel the feet back towards one another. We'll go ahead and come all the way to sitting. Let's take soles of the feet together, Upavishta Konasana. You can grab your toes or ankles, and with that grip, lengthen and fold. Elbows can push into the legs to help open them, or if it works better for you, you might lean into your hands or elbows in front of you. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Keep the right leg where it is. Open the left leg out to the side. Gate pose, Paragasana. Right arm comes up and over. You can lean onto your left hand or elbow. Reaching long, big. Stretch out through the whole right side, but keeping shoulders dropped. And then let your head fall towards the floor and take the right arm out and down until your shoulder pulls down, stretching right side of the neck. Keep your head relaxed as you push into the bottom hand to come up, and then use that hand to help lift your head. Switch your legs. Same thing other side. Left arm up and over. Big reach. Let your head fall towards the floor, top arm out and down until your shoulder pulls down, stretching left side of the neck. Press into the bottom hand to come up, and then use that hand to lift your head. Open both legs wide. Upavishta Konasana. You can have hands on the floor behind you, in front of you, or lean into the floor or props. In whatever way works for you right now. Lengthen and fold. Let's bring the upper body back up. Lean back to draw the legs in, a little shake out. Let's come back onto our backs. Bring your knees in, take a little circle or rock. I'm going to suggest a supported bridge next. For supported bridge, you're going to need some props, so you might use a block if you have one, a stack of books, a foam roller, firm cushion. Something is going to go behind the sacrum, a little bit lower than the lower back, and then let your hips rest upon it. This can be a wonderful restorative passive back bend. It's actually an inversion because the hips are higher than the heart. And you're welcome to just stay here, settling in, or join me for a hip flexor stretch. So if you bring your right knee to your chest, you can grab hold of it, and then straighten your left leg, the other leg, and let that straight left leg hang. The more you hug your right knee in, the more you let that left leg hang, the more of an opening there can be at the front of the left hip. And then release and switch. Grab hold of the left leg and straighten your right leg long, opening through the front of the right hip now. And then release and come to neutral. So neutral could be both feet back on the floor, both knees in, both legs up in the air, or both legs straight along the floor. So choose any one of these and take a couple moments just settling into stillness, letting go. If you want to change your position at any time, you're welcome to. If you need to adjust the placement or height of the block, you can do that. And on your time, when you're ready, you can move your props out of your way and get ready for your final resting pose, Shavasana. If there is any last pose you want to take before coming into Shavasana, take your time for that. If you want to adjust your clothing or grab any props or do a little self-massage, take the next couple moments to wrap things up. And eventually settle into a good rest. Letting go. slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. And let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. And roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And use your hands to help you up to sitting. We'll bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me today. Hope you have a good rest of your day.